Welcome back to the podcast. This is your host, Michael Sylvia. I am your morning star. You know, there's a lot of assholes out there, and I don't like to come out there like that with it, but it's just the truth. 7.9 billion people on this planet. That's a lot of assholes. Because every one of them takes a shit, right? 7.9 assholes. All shitting on this fucking planet and lying and whatever they're doing on it. I'm feeling a little devilish today, so I just want to start talking about the stupidity in the world, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, so sometimes, I don't know why. I'm sure they know who they are, and people that schedule what they do know what they're doing, but there's people that follow me around in the gym, right? Or they'll just watch me from far away, and they're younger, and they talk shit, and they won't tell me what their problem is. I'm 42 years old, just trying to get my workout in, and they just won't fucking quit. And it's like a team of them, and I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's political. I don't know what it is. Let me give you an example. So like, this is kind of like what I'm wondering what it is. Just tell me. So check this out, right? And maybe whoever's doing it can fucking have some balls and let me know what they want. But anyways, it's just subliminal messaging, so I don't know what the fuck. I'm just being straight up with my videos, so everybody gets to watch this shit, whether if it shows a view or not, right? But anyways, people following you around, right? So like when I was married and I was in Colorado, my wife at the time, Verity, she's a Trump supporter, and then when that shit was happening, everyone's flipping their shit, just being a bunch of fucking dumbasses. No one can fucking vote like a civilized person. But anyways, she would post on her Facebook, all pro President Trump materials on her Facebook all the time, and and then one day she got a phone call from the Secret Service in Colorado while we were living there in the Centennial, Colorado, and the Secret Service was like, hey, they were talking to her on the phone, and who knows how much more is going on, but like but I was listening to it, and they wanted her to go see them in their office by herself, and I saw the panic on her face, and me, I've done federal prison times. I'll fight your fucking ass. I'll kill you if I fucking have to, be out of self defense and shit. So listen, me personally, I don't get scared like that. All right, but she's a female. It's different. So, and plus she's my wife, right? So so I tell her, I says, well, I'll go with you because it doesn't make any sense. Because I already know that people like that work those fields, just because they have the title, the job, that doesn't mean they're good people. Normally they are, but there's pieces of shit with a fucking title walking around. It just is, right? So her and I go to see the Secret Service in Colorado, right? And they already started their uh, textbook, their school textbook social psychology shit as soon as I went in there. So so they asked us to sit down, and while they wanted us to sit down, they were gonna stand there over us in the same small room and start talking like. So I just stood standing up, and I said, "No, I don't need to stand down. I don't need to sit down. I see what you're doing." And then they said that it, they wanted to know why she was making threats against the president, which would have been Trump. So that's why they had her in there. So I just want to really throw this out at you. I want you to really understand the story, because I'm not making this shit up. This is actually how. Look at, I'm gonna smoke this fucking pot, and I'm gonna tell you a real fucking story. Hold on. The story I just told you is gonna happen again. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you it again. In Colorado, the Secret Service asked my wife and I at the time to come down to their fucking headquarters to ask why we were what? If we were threatening the President Trump? I've never done that before, neither did she. But they sure the fuck thought we did. God damn it, they had us in there being fucking assholes. And she went to a Trump rally. So why the fuck would she go to a Trump rally and we voted for Trump and then out of the fucking blue we want to make threats about him? Good job, Secret Service. You guys are like, whoo. You know what I've noticed? Like, just because you have a fucking job, that doesn't mean that you're good at it. Right? Obviously, because I just pointed it out. So, that's one. And then, like, so that's Colorado right there with Secret Service garbage. Shit intel, no evidence, garbage. Hee hee ha ha time in their fucking office with their coffee and fucking friends and shit. All excited because they got good grades in school or whatever the fuck their fucking problems are. Obviously detached from reality and couldn't understand the fact that the two people that were in the fucking room were looking at them like that, like so this is what's run this, so that's what runs this country, shit like that. Not everybody, but that was the only Secret Service that ever pulled me into a fucking office before, and they couldn't even fucking understand. They didn't even know what the fuck they were talking about, right? The Secret Service didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Ain't that funny? And you know, and I know, on any kind of in any type of lie detectors test, and any fucking what do you ever want to give me, and anything I'm about to fucking tell you, it's all fucking true. And if you want to fucking say it ain't, just say, hey Mike, why don't you come down to the fucking Plymouth Police Department and give us a fucking lie detectors test so we can get some fucking shit straight. Because I would love to fucking know the truth. And here's what we do know too, right? And Michael, I'm talking third party here, but it'd be like, yo, Michael, right? If we use lie detectors test one time, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then you keep rolling down the fucking, I mean, then you got a number of statistics and you're going to get the fucking answer, right? Come on, 99.9% accurate. I like that shit. It's damn near 100. But I like the 999. All right. Oh, I got another story for you. It's called the lock in a sock story. I've been talking about it to my friends. I've been getting all wound up lately. So when I was in Elkton, Ohio, right? When I was in Elkton, Ohio, okay. Originally, when I was in that federal prison, I was in there for drugs and a gun, by the way. Can't say that for everybody else, whatever they're in there for. And doing my time. Got my 7.5 years, doing 6.5 of it. Lucky number 6. So I'm in there doing my time, and we had a lot of guys in there from other countries, all kinds of different countries. Me personally, I'm not a racist guy. I love that because hey, look, if I'm gonna be in prison, there are a bunch of guys from all different parts of the world. That's a way to fucking learn the world in itself. But over time, what happened was like they changed the laws in federal prisons, where what happened was suddenly they were taking those guys, they called them INS, and they'd put them into their own facilities away from us, which is kind of interesting because, like, like in itself, there's a lot to learn from that. But I'll get to that. We get to see international newspapers, not just U.S. newspapers, to see what's really going on in the world, not just what we're saying. Then you realize the bullshit on war and things like that, but that's a whole other fact. But anyways, the bloody lock in a sock in Ohio, Elkton, Ohio, right? That's where I did 5 years of my fucking time. And I did everything I could to get a transfer out of there. I talked to my case manager. I even tried to get an educational transfer out of there. They didn't fucking care. I'm a fucking body in there, right? That's how they treat inmates, but that's another story. So the bloody lock in the sock goes like this. So like these child molesters, they were protecting these child molesters in there, right? Which I hate. I hate child molesters. Look at it. It's like my mother was raped and molested as a child, right? This girl that I went to school with, I'm not gonna say her name, but like we're in grammar school and she's sitting next to me, and all of a sudden one day she starts bawling her fucking eyes out, crying and everything, freaking out and shit. And plus she was acting all weird the whole fucking that year, anyways. And long story short, her own father raped her, right? And then the county, Warren Aaron's, the people that knew what happened, guess what happened to that guy? Nothing. It's bullshit. I'm gonna do some black magic on that motherfucker today. Hopefully there's some fucking, you know what I mean? Even on my Uncle Tom, we did that to my mom. So it's like, I believe in black magic. I have no remorse for evil things that happen to evil people. And I love to set and I love to set the record straight. So, Bloody Lock and Sock in Elkton, Ohio, when I was in federal prison. So what happened is that let me see, let me get this because I want to make sure I'm getting it right because I don't want to fucking say tell the story and later on so oh you said it this way. No. This is the fucking shit. I just like I was telling you about the Secret Service in Colorado. We know this shit's real. People that want to know, they know. And other ones with less resources, they're just fucking guessing. But I don't give a fuck. Because I already know what I'm saying is about truth. So the lock on the sock. So I'm outside. I'm working out. And fucking like COs are looking around. Oh yeah, because the child molesters were saying that I was giving them a hard time. Rightfully so if I was. So then the COs they find me, they handcuff me, they take me to the hole, and then they put in the report that they found a bloody lock and a sock underneath my mattress, right? Which I didn't never had one. Never had one. I mean, this is what the fuck I use. See this? That's what I use. And if I gotta use teeth, I'll do that too. I got fangs. So like if I'm gonna fight, I like to use my hands because I like it's kind of like that movie Friday, you know what I mean? Fuck the gun, man. Let's go fucking get that fucking fight, you know. So anyway, so they had me in a hole 2.5 months, and they're like, nobody asked me about the lock and the sock. I never seen it. There's no picture of it, obviously, because there wasn't one. So I'm in the hole for 2.5 months and shit like that. And, they don't give a fuck about throwing somebody in the hole. They really don't. The hole, huh? I don't give a fuck about rabbit holes. I like black holes. Yeah. You ever notice that black hole picture on the cover of my podcast? There's a black hole. That's a literal picture of a black hole. It's all black on the inside with fiery ring. Reminds me of hell. So, anyways, so that happened. So you have the bloody lock and a sock. So there's that kind of thinking in reality. You got the Secret Service in Colorado with their shit. There's that kind of thinking in reality. And then like there's people that are like oversensitive and they're trying to do the right thing, and I'm sure there is that. And then like but they don't really understand reality, right? Either that they got a dog brain or a pig head brain or what the fuck their brain is to where like they're not understanding reality to its whole understanding, and they got a perspective that's slightly off. Kind of like our President Biden. Oh, the guy that sniffs little girls' hair. You follow what I'm saying? I mean, think about that. Think about this. And this is what I'm going to throw at you. People are like, well, I wonder why Putin invaded Ukraine and doesn't respect America. Well, I could easily fucking tell you that just from being a fucking inmate, knowing and understanding the difference between evil and these goody two shoes is this. And people that are full of shit. Is that if when you elect a Democrat in that you already know is a fucking child molester, or I'm not saying he actually did shit like that, but obviously the guy's got problems. So that's what you decided to have for a leader, right? Instead of Trump. One guy that can talk his own shit, and then a guy that's going to read your card for you. So, I mean, and plus the dealings with Ukraine and the president, playing the piano with his dick and stuff like that, comedy. I mean, it goes on. So then, like, and then the classical, respectful people over there in Russia, I'm guessing they're thinking to themselves, like, something, I don't need that pedophile shit running into my fucking country. That's just my opinion. I don't know. That's how I look at it. That's just my opinion. Does that make me right? Maybe I'm just throwing darts in the dark like the fucking Secret Service in Colorado. You don't like me because you don't want to like me, then don't fucking like me then. One thing I hate is a fucking racist pig. I hate racist pigs. I hate racist people so much, you have no fucking idea. between racist pigs and people of color, I've had way more problems with racist pigs. Way more. Every fucking time. Because they can't get out of their own fucking way. And you can take that any way you want. In fact, here's what I think. I think that here's what I do know is that when I was in here's another story, federal prison story. When I was in federal prison, I met this guy. His name was John, right? He was from Boston, and like he'd talk all this fucking hardcore shit. He reminds me of this guy at the gym that I seen yesterday. He talks all this shit, can't fucking run a game. So like this guy John in the fucking federal prison, like he's like, yeah, I fucking fight anybody, whatever, you know. He's like he thinks he's a fucking hardcore dude. So one day like we're on H unit in Elkton, and fucking like the B unit, their showers are being worked on. So the two different parts of the facilities in this prison have to use the same fucking shower area, which is more people waiting in line to shower. And you're in prison, and nobody, who the fuck wants to stay in the line and shower in the line for a fucking shower in prison? You want to do that? Sounds like fun. So that's what they were doing. So these black guys from the other side, who I know, Muslim brothers of mine, by the way, because I am a Sunni Muslim. I took my Shahad in Sunni Muslim when I was in Elkton, Ohio. With a Sunni Muslim, I took my Shahad, a Sunni Muslim brother of mine. Then I took my Shahad with the Nation of Islam too. I did both. Plus I'm a Catholic, so I'm everything, fucking all of it. Anyways, love people, all colors, all brands, all flowers. So John cuts in front of these fucking black guys that I know, right? Calls them the N-word and jumps in front of them in their space and takes the fucking shower that they were supposed to have. Right? So rightfully so, they went to their spot, they loaded up, they went back in there, and they beat the shit out of him. He got what he deserved. So then I didn't know that he called them the N-word. I didn't know who they were yet. I was watching TV in a TV room. So he comes out of the shower all bloody. His face was, he was fucked up. And I remember what that shit looked like. And to be honest with you, kind of like it. That's what he earned. He earned that shit. So he comes to me and he's like, oh, I got jumped by a bunch of, and he says the N-word again. And then I'm like, what? And I'm not concerned about the N-word. That shit, my mother didn't raise me like that. I don't think that way. I'm thinking about that my friend got jumped. So I go find out who it is. I see them, and then they're like, yo, he called me the N-word and shit. I was like, oh. He stole your shower and called you the N-word? I'm sorry. So they go to the hole. John goes to the hole. I think like a month later, John comes back out of the hole when those two guys get transferred out. And then there was another story of like on the other side of the compound. I remember where like there was a story where they already know what it is, where like this one dude, he got in a fight with another guy. He hit another CO by accident, and because he hit the CO, every time I went to the hole a bunch of times. That guy was in the hole every fucking time. I think he was in the hole for like 2 years by the second year I never saw him again, but he was definitely in the hole for like 2 years. Like, how do you keep someone in the hole or in the shoe in Elkton, Ohio for 2 fucking years? Like how does that register as normal to you? Right? Probably as normal as the Secret Service in Colorado sending me and Verity to their fucking office on shit that they didn't even know what the fuck they were talking about. Probably because they're all on too much fucking Adderall, if you asked me. Like, what kind of medications are all these people on anyway, so that they can perform at that fucking level, you know? Are they even fucking thinking straight? Those are the things I gotta fucking think about, you know what I mean? Because I'm at this level, and I feel like I'm being fucked with, you know? So what else do we got? Yeah, so we got people following me around, you know? Accusations. Bring them on, baby. You want to throw a hint? Throw a hint. But that's just fucking fishing. That's what I realized that is. I'm like, so you're gonna send a fucking a retard over to me to fish? You know what that fucking means to me? It means to me that you're a piece of shit because you're fucking fishing. And shame on you for ruining my fucking name because you want to go fucking fishing. Fuck you. And you know who you are, my good man. You know who you are. I don't even need to know who you are. But here's what I'm gonna do. You know, I'm gonna perform some black magic right now. This is black sage. And I know you don't have to believe in it. I don't give a fuck. It's interesting. It's interesting how no one believes in it, but all governments use it. And it's still around. It's been around for a long motherfucking time. And you kind of gotta have to have like a gift for it. Maybe even a bloodline to go with it. Maybe a connection with a higher power. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Before I cast the spell, let's talk about Colorado 1999 Columbine. So, everyone focused on the guns. Everyone focused on the kids that did it. And those are things to focus on. But I think they missed the whole point because it kept on going on ever since then. To check it out. And this happened to me a lot when I was growing up, like, because my father was in the Navy, we moved around a lot, so I was a new kid in the school, and because I was new, and other kids are insecure, and they're just, they're mean. Kids are naturally mean, in my opinion. So, so, the kids, not every kid, by the way, but most of them are, at least the ones I've run into. So, they pick on me and whatever and all that shit and boo-hoo, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna make a thing of it. I'm just saying that, like, that shit's real. And when you take from someone over and over and over till there's nothing left, and then they want to take back, it's like, I mean, like, there's some kind of psychology I think they're missing out on. Like, for example, when you have a bunch of people picking on these guys, and they're all doing it all the time, and they're laughing, they're having a good time, hee hee ha ha, right? They're having a great time. We're all doing it together. Hey, we feel good. We're boosting each other's confidence by doing it together to this one or two people, this big group, big fucking tough guys and ladies, because ladies do it too. They sure the fuck do. Oh, yes. It's a fucked up world. Our government, oh yeah, here's another side note about our government. They sent money to the country of India so that children could have sex changes. So, is that money well spent? Guess not. Anyways, have fun at the gas pump. Joe Biden's world, huh? 79-year-old man, 7.9 billion people on this planet. Me being born in 79, I just love that fucking number. 7 is a fun number. 9 is a fun number. Ooh, 9. Like 9s or 6s, huh? Yeah. 9, N-I-N-E, in New England. 9s or 6s. So, if I was to cast a spell... Oh yeah, before I cast a spell, here's a few more things I gotta just throw off my chest so that you can understand where I'm coming from. Remember Amy Smart? What state was that in? What state was Amy Smart in? Does anybody know? No one wants to fuck up with the answer? I'm guessing Colorado. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. When I was in Colorado, right? When one day when my Maisie, there's a picture of her right there. You know I love her. I cried on this podcast before. You either laughed or you didn't, or you know. So there's a. So one time, Maisie, I thought she was missing. I searched all over the house, the basement, everywhere, even the basement, more than once. And I started crying because I was wondering if I could ever find her again. I was freaking out. Came outside, there she was. And it fucked with me. It was like I thought someone had taken my fucking child. That's what that fucking felt like when that happened. That's a real story. So knowing that from life experience and that we're all humans and we understand fucking reality here. When Amy Smart went missing, right, and her family was looking for her, and they called the cops. There was a search. No one could find her. A couple days later, they go in the basement, and her body was there the whole time. Come on, man. Just think about that shit. Amy Smart's body was in the basement the whole time, and nobody fucking knew. You mean nobody at all over there? Anybody at all? I find that hard to believe. Actually, I do find it hard to believe. Because there's stupid motherfuckers over there that call in Trump supporters, thinking that they were trying to threaten him, and that's not even it at all. So so now I have to wonder about their. Let's see, what do I call it? Now I have to wonder about not only their sanity but their I'll say. I mean, shit. I mean, assholes are assholes, right? I mean, what if they had a different agenda and they just put us in there just to fuck with us? I don't know. But here's what did happen. They called us in. We went there. They were just fucking with us. They got people fucking with me at the gym. Yeah, you know. So then I'm thinking to myself, well, people probably maybe because I was a piece of shit somewhere in my life, which is true. I cheated on my wife. I'll throw that shit out. I cheated on my wife. I fucked so many different fucking ladies. It's not even fucking funny. Some of them are like, yeah, I'll see you later, and fucking just fucking click. Never talk to them again for whatever the reason was. That's not a nice thing to do, but I've done that before. I'll never do it again. I'm not like that now. Definitely not like that now. But I've been that way before. So these are like the negatives I know of me that I'm not proud of. So I mean, there it is. You know, and then I went to prison. I did my time already. You know, Colorado, you know, starved me out like a Jew from World War II. Nice swastika fucking airport you guys got over there, huh? I like that shit. What about this? I can be like you. So, how about this? My name is Michael Sylvia, born on Halloween, but since we're into the spiritual paranormal realm, I'm actually Adolf Hitler reincarnated. Do you like that? And I'm not racist, so I kind of like I take your own hero and I fucking turn it into the fuck I want it to be. And if that was a fact, it's a fun fucking entertainment thing for me to say to you right now because we can talk like that, right? You know, it's not a schizophrenic conversation, is it? So like, what do you think about this? So like Adolf Hitler comes back reincarnated as Michael Sylvia on Halloween, and then like now this third eye opens after being used by people trying to radar him into being a piece of shit all the time. MK Ultra, whatever. So, anyways, take it any way you want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When I say important parts, send someone out that you don't want to hear this shit for some coffee. Whatever fucking tactics you got. But where am I going with this? I don't know. I'm having fun right now. Oh god. Yeah. Oh yeah, Colorado. Airport. Swastika. New World Order. I'm your Hitler. I'm not racist. Sucks to be you if you are. Because here's how I feel about it. It's like, racism is everywhere, just like gays and everything else. So, like, you can't get rid of it. It's never going to go away. So all you can do is control it. Like a garden. And, God, man, the more I learned about Hitler in a light note, like a guy who got bullied and shit, and people will call that guy weak. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Let's just call facts facts. When a guy gets bullied enough and when that happens, you do it with the right person, right? You put that fucking chemistry just right. No wonder that guy fucking sprouted the way he did. Makes no fucking. Listen, I get it. I get it. For that time, I get it. But in this time, what would be the new final solution? I got a new one for you. Your president wouldn't like it. It's called, I would call it the pedophile purge. That's what I would do. The pedophile purge. The pedophile purge would be this. It'd be like, here's what we do. So we have like 1 or 2 days a year, because people love that purge. In certain states, I guess you could do it. We'll see which ones will legalize it, which ones won't. Go on from there. And like, or maybe not even that. Maybe the government could just institute a fucking new law. Be like, hey, listen, we got a problem on our hands. It's called pedophilia, rapists. And I don't mean people. And by the way, people that are really fucking rapists and pedophiles. And you can't accuse people of being shit. And they're not, because if they're not, and you're fucking running their fucking names through the goddamn, water, then you're just a fucking piece of garbage yourself. So you gotta be careful. Oh, by the way, so anyways, let me get on to the final solution. Then we'll talk about false allegations, because those are fucking real. That's a real fucking thing. I know it's real. So check it out. So what you do is you institute a new law. It's called the New Age law, where like we have new medical, information through science, and everyone agrees that science is real. I mean, it's not a no-brainer here. Science is a real deal, and there's breakthroughs. Ooh, here's a new word: breakthroughs. We have breakthroughs in brain, in the brain and everything. So, anyways. There's people that are born gay, you can't turn them away from that, so you let them be gay. And there's people that are straight, and you let them be straight. Or there's people that are bisexual, and you can't help that, so they're just going to be bisexual. And whatever they are in those areas, they just have to be responsible. But then there's also people being born that I think I don't know if they're born that way or how it happens, but there's people now that have that pedophilia. And you can't change that. So what you do is you fucking take all those people, and look, I've seen a bunch of guys like that in federal prison, bro. Listen, you put them all into a medical facility permanently. And that's it. They just don't leave. And people are like, well, what about their freedoms? Like, what about their freedoms? You got to think about it like this. And it's a math problem. So you love children, do you? People say that they love children. They show them off like they fucking do, but they actually walk in the fucking walk, right? So I'd be like, listen, like if you want your children to fucking walk around freely and you know that they're fucking around, instead of letting them live in fucking houses and but they're on the internet. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, fuck all that shit. Lock them all up. I was in federal prison. Trust me, there's people that are in there that need to stay in there. There's people that I've met that did time and they don't want to fucking leave. Because there's just nothing else out there for them. Real talk. It's like the NFL football player. We're like, I'm going to retire and they don't retire. Why would you want to? It's what you fucking know. Same thing with guys that do time in prison, So, believe me, I'm willing to bet all these fucking pedophiles, you throw them all in a bunch of fucking mental institutions, you keep them in there permanently, and maybe even use them as science experiments. You can even talk them into fucking signing their fucking rights over so that you can fucking do it. Just say, yeah, it's your idea, yeah. You know what I mean? Whatever. That's always fun to think about. Yeah. I didn't say kill them. Though that's a good idea. Hee hee, ha ha. Definitely a good idea, but we can't do that. So, you bring in the medical support. What else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, false allegations. So like one time, so this is an interesting story. This is one of my whole stories. Deep in the black hole when I was in Elkton, Ohio. So I'm in the hole by myself, and then they bring in they bring me a roommate. I haven't had a roommate for a while, and I even tell the COs like, don't bring any fucking child molesters in here. Don't bring any fucking snitches in here. If you're gonna put someone in here, he's gonna be fucking clean, or it ain't gonna fucking work. Cause I'm not gonna share the fucking hole with a goddamn loser. My time. And that's the way it is when I'm in the hole. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fuck who you are. So they cuff me. So what it is, I'm in the hole. So they open up the slot. So I have to put my hands in there, right? And then I have to turn around, go stand next to the wall. They let him in. They uncuff us both, and that's it. We're both in an orange jumpsuit in Elkton, Ohio. This is like mid 2000s. So I'm a white guy in federal prison, right? And let me tell you something. This is straight up truth. In federal prison, white guys are the minority. Period. Unless you go to certain prisons, then it does. It's not applicable at every single prison, but 99%, most of it's what I'm saying is true. And so he's a white kid. He's got glasses. He's real clean cut looking, nervous, looks sad. Yeah, I've been doing my time already. I don't give a fuck. I have no girlfriend. I have no kids. I got no bills. I call my parents once a month. Do my fucking time. And then like we're having lunch, and I asked him, like, yo, so what are you in here for? And he's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. And in my opinion, I'm like, well, if you don't want to talk about it, then it must be something wrong. You're not like a sex offender or anything, are you? And he's like, no, I ain't that, no. And then he broke it down. He looked like he wanted to cry, and he's like, I forget his name right now, but he was from Virginia, and in his case, I'm sure it's an easy case to figure out if you ever want to check it out. So his case is it was him and 5 other kids, and by the way, when I ended up going to Pennsylvania federal prison, I met his co-defendant over there, and so anyway, so we're in the hole in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? He tells me he's not a sex offender, so he's about to cry, and he tells me that, and by the way, he's like 20 years old or whatever. Oh, I'm sorry, like 22. He him and some friends, they were plus their parents are like their parent. Okay, by the way, their parents are like average people. A couple of them own their own small businesses. Like they were law abiding normal citizens. They didn't fuck with anything, no gangs, or they were all white actually. And and this was right after 9/11, obviously. So so what happened was, in the story, how he caught his case is that these 4 or 5 guys, oh, sorry, it was 5 of them. They went by a gravel pit somewhere, and it was construction material and a porta potty, and they saw the porta potty and they want to blow it up, so they were going to blow up a porta potty. Okay, so they went to a Walmart. I remember him telling me the story like it was yesterday. They said they went to a Walmart, and when they went inside the Walmart, they bought like a Mountain Dew bottle and a bunch of other shit. And of course, they scanned it through the scanner. All the proof of purchases are right there. It's timed, it's videoed. No one fucking goes to Walmart without fucking knowing anything. We all fucking know that. So that's what happened with them. And then the guy used his fucking credit card to pay it off. Okay? So then they left the Walmart and left that tag. And once they left that tag in the Walmart, you know what I'm saying? You catch my drift. Then they go down to this. Oh yeah, they bought gunpowder too. It's like gun bullet powder or something. So because they have guns in Walmart down there, right? So then they go down to the gravel pit, they make a fucking self-made bomb, they put it inside the fucking porta potty. They try and blow it up. It doesn't blow up, it just catches on fire. So they themselves didn't want to leave, so then they decide to call the fucking fire department so it could be put out. Okay. It's all pretty fucking stupid so far, but there's this fucking story. Move on. So then later on, you go down the road and the fire department gets there, and this hot-headed motherfucking fire chief was like, "You guys, who did that?" And he started talking to them about getting arrested, and he was yelling at them. He wasn't like the guy was just an asshole. It's like, so they called him. He's being a piece of shit. He's on a high horse for who he is. He thinks, right? Tough guy. So they ended up leaving. They were like, fuck this guy. They just jetted. They don't get in trouble. Don't blame them because they're not thinking, like, they don't understand real trouble yet. So later on, the once the fire gets extinguished, the asshole fire chief, he fucking the piece of shit motherfucker, right? So he goes over to the fucking. This is how much of a fucking asshole these guys are sometimes. So then he fucking gets the fucking Mountain Dew bottle, looks and they find the proof of purchase. They know it came from the Walmart. They go back to the Walmart, then they track it down to the fucking credit card. You know what I'm saying? That's how they tagged it. Then they get warrants and they arrest all these kids. And the prosecutor got them on 9/11 terrorist type charges. Terrorism. So when terrorism laws were passed, they weren't using them like they were supposed to. Prosecutors were like, "Oh, I can use it just like this." All right, like. So it wasn't an Afghani coming over here with a fucking carpet bomb, some shit, praying to a fucking Allah before he wants to blow up a plane. That wasn't it. No, it was these civilians that had nothing to do with terrorism at all, that were just drunk and having a little good time. Those kids got 5 years apiece. 2 to 5 years apiece. I'm sorry. The one that bought everything told on everyone else. They gave him a deal and everyone else got 5 years. I repeat, the one that did the actual bomb, that paid for it, he told, and everyone else got 5 years, and I think he got 2, so he got to get out, leave. So not only did they get arrested, their friendship got fucking broken too. But nobody's gonna think about that shit. No. They're just gonna think about the law and that some terrorism was fucking done because they want to blow up a portal potty. Wow, that's reality for you. Hey, I don't want to jump around, but let's talk about O.J. Simpson's fucking glove, right? You know, and I know, that motherfucker, if you offered O.J. Simpson a whole nother deal, be like, yo, if you can get that glove to fit, they'll let you go. That glove would fit. Because it fucking fits. So, you know, people love to examine reality for their own benefits. I know that for sure. Especially when they have titles and fucking too much fucking pushed out on a fucking onto a guy, and they're like, well, you know, I can't admit when I'm wrong. Oh yeah, let's go into some conspiracy theories. So I talked to you about the whole, talked to you about federal prison a little bit. Actually, I got one fun story for you. How about this? I'm gonna go into the black magic. I haven't forgotten. So what about, okay, so I want you to check this out. So one time I met this guy. His name was Sonny Franzese. All right. And he was like, I don't know. I'm losing memory over here. And plus I have a reason for it. I've been in a car accident. I've been punched in the head. I've been through some shit in my life. You don't understand. So I got some brain damage. So bear with me. I'm not one of those people that are perfect, because I'm definitely not that. Nor I'm sure you never got that impression anyways, but it's just saying that, like, you know, I hate people that think they're fucking perfect. The shit don't stink on it all the time. It did. And other people noticed. But anyways, where am I going with this? I don't know. Cheers. I love Old England, because without Old England, you wouldn't have New England. Cheers. else was there to say? Terrorism. Terrorism comes in many forms. It can come from your own people. Notice that. So, yo, you want to terrorize me while I'm working out? Okay. You know? But for me, it's like it's practice. It's practice. You know? Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Black magic. So, oh yeah, Amy Smart. Yeah, they couldn't find Amy. So who killed Amy Smart? Anyone know that yet? You know, Colorado's got a lot of bad juju, and for good reason too. No offense. For good fucking reason. Colorado also has bad juju because that's when Jeffrey Dahmer, he was in jail over there in Colorado. Jeffrey Dahmer was in jail in Colorado, breaks out, goes and kills a little girl. Like, come on, guys. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you know, black magic, baby. That's what this is. And I've got a mindset of where it's going. Oh, baby. You making me crazy. Let's see. My Corona tattoo. Oh yeah, here's another bad juju about Colorado. Check this out. What do you think about this? So when Verity and I, she's my ex-wife now, and I hope she's doing well. God bless her. But but she's probably. I mean, she's still in Colorado though, and shit. When I was down there, those people, like when she would bring me to go bring me to the mental hospital, like there would be like these two people following us, and the black dude, he'd be like, he would make like small suggestions about suicide. Yeah. So people get paid to do shit like that. And I have a spell for people like that. That's how you think about me. This is what I hope for you. Abracadabra, motherfucker. Oh yeah, I want to show you the rest of my room in here. So this is my room, and it's where I live. Nothing special about it really. I just like to express myself. Yeah. Maybe I won't. But anyways, yeah, I got the American flag there, the all-seeing eye. An Aaron Hernandez jersey. I love Aaron Hernandez. Like, you don't understand. Like, I love Aaron. Like, and I'm not gay or anything. Oh, that's another thing I've done in my life. That people would be like, oh, I did. So like when I my ex-wife. I don't care who knows this. It doesn't matter to me. So there's something else. Okay, so that's probably okay. Here we go. So like when I first met I've been poor my whole life. I've always been just like pretty much everyone else I know. Like I've always been poor, or I've always had some way to get by. I mean, I'll be getting enough, but like I'm never gonna be ahead. I'm not rich. And to be honest with you, I'm comfortable with being poor. I've been poor my whole life. Is what it is. So, geez, where am I going with this story? Oh, give me a minute. Trying to get these stories out. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember now. I really wanted my wife to have, this is my fucked up thinking. So like so like so I'm not gay by any means, like at all. Like I'm only into women. And but like but as you know, the economy, like you only make so much money, stuff like that. And so like my future wife was coming over from England so we could get married. And I really wanted to get her like the best um, engagement ring or a wedding band. So I went online looking for jobs, like, and then I saw jobs online. It was Craigslist at the time for uh, uh like um like web models and shit like that. And like it, long story short, it turned into gay porn. So and it's funny too because I did 6.5 years in federal prison. Never had gay sex. I've never had gay sex except for when I did the job for the money of gay porn for a professional label company out of Texas. Yeah, so that happened, and to be honest with you, like any girl that I had sex with that I'm friends with that knows about it, seen it, they were all like, "Yeah, that's hot." They all actually liked it and stuff, so it actually made me feel better. But yeah, okay, Then my wife doesn't give a shit about it either, so I don't give a fuck. So anyone that's got a problem with it, oh well. I mean, these days and age, like there's so much gay stuff out there, I don't even care. Yeah, I did the fuck, but I didn't do it because I was curious about it. I'm not interested in that. That's not what I'm into. It. I did it because I needed the money to get the wedding band and the engagement ring so that I could propose to her in Boston because I loved her, But you know how love is, makes you do silly things. But then again, I can't blame love. That was just me being, you know what I mean. So it's however you want to look at that. So I don't know. So that's what it is. So black magic. Let's see. Black magic for child molesters, setup artists, murderers, baby killers. Black magic for human trafficking of sexes and everything else. Yes. Black magic, baby. And this is real. I am a Halloween special. My birthday is on Halloween, baby. And it comes with a gift that inherently comes from within out. Helps me to sense the bullshit. Oh, that's another fucking story we gotta talk about. Paul Benowitz Jr., New Mexico. Conspiracy theory. What do you think? What do you think? Isn't it interesting to think that that guy was into UFOs, which I am too. I fucking look. I know that to think that aliens are not real is fucking stupid. They just dumb. And they want to say it's because the world's bad and all this shit, so there can't be. No, you just can't handle the fact that aliens could be fucking satanic and evil like fucking people, or even worse. It's probably a reality. Could be. Who the fuck knows? Or maybe not. Because some scientists say, 'Cause everything's so far away. It's just so far away. There's just no way. You know what I mean? But you don't know. How the fuck you know? You don't know. Paul Benowitz, yeah. So he ends up going to a mental hospital quite a few times. Interestingly enough. Wonder what that was all about. That if I was ever an agent, that would be a fun job. That would be a fun case. That's the case that I would take. Yo, fuck who fucking killed OJ. Fuck the OJ Simpson case. We already got that one solved. He did it. Move forward. Let's go. Let's not waste any time on this shit. JB Cooper, yeah, that guy's fucking dead. Let's move forward. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? JFK, yeah, we know there's more to it. Let's move on. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Shit. Paul Benowitz. That's a fun one. And it doesn't say how he passed away, which I think is pretty interesting. In the Wikipedia's. And then he died. Well, how? Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Woo! Important details. And the devil's in the details, baby. Oh my God. God, I love America. America, land of the plum serpent. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. So, Elkton, Ohio, their food sucked. Yeah, fucking sucked. Sucked. Ugh. But I'd rather be there than an inmate in, say, like fucking in Iraq, right? I mean, there's there's real world stuff to talk about. Black magic. What do you think, huh? Aaron Hernandez, rest in peace, unless his ghost is with us. You know, God bless America. Got the New World Order. New World Order, baby. But anyways, black magic. I hope you have a great day, everybody. And yeah, you heard all my stories. That's reality. Now you can see where I come from. Sometimes, actually, I love people, but then there's other times where it's like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, this is for bad people. They know what they are because their energy is a sickness that Mother Nature just wants to cancel out with corona or a car accident or what the fuck it's gonna take or a heart attack. Evil just die out. Evil eating evil and leaving the good. Well, have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you for being with me in my interesting world. Within the world that we live in, it is a small world after all. Most of it's wet. She is a female. Her name is Mother Earth. I love you very much. God bless. Be nice to nature. Be nice to people. And if you're not, then you get what you deserve. Tyson on a plane, baby. Don't fuck with Tyson. I love you. Have a great day. Hold on. Watch this. Have a great day. Peace out. Your favorite bad guy.